Hi there, this is Bill Tainter going through Fast Track Trader. We're going to do a quick training on how to scale out of a bad trade. Now there's three phases to this. There's warning signs. Phase 2, there's manage your stop loss. And there's phase 3, let's scale out. So let's take a look at some warning signs. Price stalls and does not move your direction. See, there's really only three things that can happen. When you get in a trade, it's going to either go your way immediately, it's going to stall, or it's going to go against you hard immediately. Okay, so you got to watch. If it does not go your way, you better pay attention, code red, be alert, focus, and follow this plan. So if price begins to move against you, you better pay attention. But you got to let the candles close. Now, phase 2, manage the stop loss. You need to keep your stop loss out of the way. You need to watch for it to surge against you and then wait for that surge to end, or you call that price cycle against me. Okay, you got to wait for that to end, and I have a video that I'm going to share with you at the end here as an example. You're going to love it. Now you're going to move that stop loss just above that initial surge to make sure that it doesn't go any further against you. You maximize your loss. Okay, and I'll show you that. Now the third and final phase to scaling out is you're going to move the take profit 1 line to 10 to 15, 15 to 20 pips against you, negative, a minus 15 pips. Okay, you're going to move take profit 2 to maybe 10 to 15 pips negative. And then third and final, you're going to move your stop loss line down with the price. You're going to follow it closely, and you're going to have that final third lot ready to scale out. And you sometimes your ultimate goal is you actually will turn that third lot with your stop loss. You'll be able to pinch it down to a profitable trade. So if you have 2 negatives and 1 positive, that'll average out to a low loss for the trade. Divided it by 3, your average stop loss, your ultimate goal is to get out at under 30 pips, and that would give you, at a minus 30 pips divided by 3, that would give you a minus 10 on an average stop loss. That's fantastic. Okay, so let's take a look at a video here you'll see of this example. This clear plan, we entered a sell. Price moved against me immediately, so I moved the stop loss out of the way, set my take profit lines above my entry, negative positions, waited for price to come down and take those out. Then I followed price down with a stop loss to minimize my loss. Now we're watching a replay here of the markets, and you're going to see this break down hard from this black thermal grid, and I'm going to watch to do a retest, a sell limit, to get in when it retests and expect it to go to this red. Let's watch. Okay, the session opens. There was some news, so I was waiting on this news. So it's 7:15, this candle. Okay, so now it's punching down hard. So now watch. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to drop my trade line, in this area, and say, okay, I expect it to retest here, and I want to get in. Sell. Let's let this go a little bit deeper. I don't want to get this touched in. Hold on just a second. Should go deep. And then close. There. Okay, great. So let me slow it down a little bit. Okay, so now, so when this happens, I'm watching it, and so I'm going to park my sell limit in here. It's going to close in there, and I'm going to say, okay, fine, and I'm going to take my profits right here. Okay. So it's going to close, it's going to stop somewhere in here. There, new candle. So I'm like, okay, it broke, it closed down. So I'm going to sell this. I'm going to expect it to come down. Here we go. My stop's in here, and here we go. So I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, it's going to retest and head right back down to this area, and this is where I'm going to take profit. Okay, so I'm watching it. Boom, I'm in a trade, and there's my stop loss. And I'm like, okay, it's at the grid now. Okay, now let's make our money right down here. Let's make our money. And it's struggling, and uh-oh, it's not really going my way here. Now what do I do? And what you're going to see is price is not going my way. You have three options. When you get in your trade, it's either going to immediately go your way, it's going to immediately go against you, or it's going to stall, right? There's only three options. So what you need to do is have a plan in your leather-bound book, your trade plan, right? You need to have a strategy of what do I do, non-emotional, what do I do if a trade goes against me? So I have a trend line here going, okay, well, it could be retesting this trend line, and maybe I was too aggressive expecting to get in on the retest here, and it has to go up to here. It's like, oh no. So what I do, instead of having my stop loss at a flat 15-20 pips and I just get blown out, the approach that I use is I'll let this go against me. I keep my stop loss out of the way, and I'm patient and I watch it, but immediately I go, okay, I'm in trouble. I need to move this to a negative, and I move this to a negative, and I wait for price to cycle back towards my entry. I don't expect it to go my way because this failed. So I'm going to try to scale out with as little loss as I can. So let's say I take this off around 10 pips and I take this off around 5 pips, and my goal is to get out with a total of 30 pips. Okay, so see how it came back. It already took me out on one take profit. It took it off at about 11 pips. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll take that. I'm looking for this to turn. I'm looking for this to turn red. Okay, good. It's turned red. And then what I'll do is I'll bring my stop loss down, and I'll watch. This has to go my way. Okay, if it doesn't, we're in big trouble. So I have to be patient. I'm watching, and I want it to close. And the key is I don't get excited about wicks. I have to wait for candles to close, and they have to close my way. So it's like, all right, it's starting to slow. This is good. It's kind of starting to respect this trend line. That's good. And so now let's see what happens. I've already reduced a third. That's good. And trying to manage my risk, keep it as low as possible. I'm not panicked. I'm letting it go. There's no more news that this should just take off. So okay, now this is great. It surged against me. I kept my stop out of the way. It closed red, and now I'm waiting to see what this candle does and start to come back towards my entry. Okay, and that's one of the beautiful things of trading these grids and trading support resistance is it always comes back. It just 99% of the time it always comes back. So as you see, we just get in tune with these cycles. Price goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and you just get in the rhythm and you go with the cycle. Okay. All right, see, so far we're good. It's like fine, it pulled back to this line, it dojied, now it's turning red, it's coming away. So now I follow it with my stop loss, and I watch for it to start taking profits off, and you're going to see when it breaks through this line, takes off profit 2. There you go. Now we have 2/3 off. This is 11, this one's off at 7, and now I follow my stop loss down close, and I watch this. And I keep my mouse on here because I want to pinch this as deep as I can. So it may go profitable, But you have to know it's not a probability it's going to go your way. So here's what you do. You follow it close, you watch, you're profitable, and you wait for a little surge. Wait for a little surge, see if it goes any deeper. And watch the price, just watch it. And just keep your mouse on your stop loss line. Be ready to monitor things. And you know, so this is where it takes some skill. You got to just polish your skills and get better and better at this. Okay. Okay, there it goes. It's going down. It's going down. I'm going to go right in here. Pinching, 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 pinching. Bam, I'm out. See that? So guess what I got here? In this example, I got off at a -11, a -7, and a +7. So in this example, I was able to get out with basically -11 divided by 3. I mean, that's like a 4 pip stop loss. Okay, so I wanted it to go, it's down, does a retest, continue, didn't make it. And it struggled, it just totally stopped against me. And this is truly a textbook example of how to get out of your trades. Okay, so just real quick review, let me stop this. I mean, because throughout the day here, let me just show you what happens, is this doesn't go down. See, it just does not go down. It goes back and forth a little bit, turns, and then it ends up blowing up towards the top here. See, you're out. I mean, you have to get out of this. You just have to get out. Do not be confused and be overly optimistic that this thing is going to go your way. Okay, sorry, I lost the screen there. Okay, there. See, so it's struggling, it's struggling, it's struggling, and it's just not going down. So watch this video 5-6 times. Start demo trading this. Write it out, understand it, follow it, and it'll dramatically reduce your loss in pips. I mean, this is the last hoorah. Comes down from there. It's just going to go straight up. Watch. And you know, start to use this in your trading, and you will be amazed at how much better your pips will be when you don't just take a 20-20-20 or a 30-30-30 blowout up here, right? But if you're patient and you stay out of the way and let it cycle, and you scale out for small losses and perfect this, you'll have a lot more fun trading. All right, so hope that helps. Good luck to you. Get out there and make it happen. See ya.